Alright, most of you have seen these. These are the Illuminati cards, and many people have seen these. I made a video about this, matter of fact, not too long ago. But I gave away my whole set of cards. I had a bunch of them to a guy in Germany, and I kind of had a little remorse after all. I wish I'd kept them, and then, when you know it, I went to a garage sale, and this guy had this set here. And I looked through them, and a lot of people say that this is a card game that the Illuminati really plays, and many of the things that are in these cards, well, are really taking place today. So I got this set of cards, and I have some cards here that I hadn't seen before. And a lot of people, you can go to a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about these cards, and people say that everything we see happening in the news is happening in these cards. Like, for example, this is the Boston Marathon, you know. So there's the joggers in the Boston Marathon. Something about the attack on France. They said, well, here's the attack on France that happened not too long ago. So as you go through these cards, you find some interesting things. And I showed some of these cards last time, and some of these cards, what they apply to and how they appear to not just be a game. It almost seems like the world today, run by the Illuminati, is really playing these cards. And so I went through these cards, and I found something. We are in an election year. We're about to have the presidential election, and I thought it was interesting, and I'll just show you some of these cards here that I hadn't seen yet. And a lot of these cards, you know, that seem to apply to, interesting. There's a CIA card. Here's the Democrat card. You know, the Democrats worshiping a golden idol. Which, interesting, at the Democratic National Convention, they actually booed God. I don't see how anyone can be a Christian and be a Democrat. The Democrats are really turning against God. Here's the one, upheaval. You know, the riots that are going on in Charlotte and have been going on in all different places. This is all about riots. Interesting. Then you got a card, the Reformed Church of Satan. It was just in the news not too long ago that there are schools, secular schools, that say we have to allow Satan meetings. Now, how you can say no prayer in schools but then let in Satanists and allow them to have after-school clubs is just outrageous. But it's all here in the cards. Here's an interesting one. Black activist. Why, is that Black Lives Matter there? It's all in the cards. Here's an interesting one. Grassroots support. You know, they're drumming up grassroots support. The Tea Party claimed to be a grassroots support. We have a double cross. Does that mean anything? I don't know. If you're familiar with these cards, they're kind of interesting. Something to them? I don't know, but they're interesting. Here's one called Imposter. I hadn't seen that one before. Could there be some sort of imposter? Here's one, the good polls. It's all about the polls. Well, I read somewhere that 88% of all polls are made up on the spot. That's a statistic that I made up, which, by the way, is what polls are. Polls are all made up nowadays. So when I said 88% of all polls are all made up, I made that up. But I'm sure someone would say, oh, that's a good poll. Let's get organized. Well, what do you have? Well, Obama was a community organizer, and there's, I guess, Obama. And who's he pointing to? Why, he's pointing to Hillary. Pointing to Hillary. How interesting. And you've got the Hillary card. Well, there's Hillary. Isn't that something? Here's Obama pointing to Hillary. Is he hinting that she will be the next president? I don't know what she's doing there covering her face. Maybe she's coughing. I don't know. Maybe that's what we're seeing there is a little bit of coughing going on. But Hillary Clinton is the next one. And I don't know what happened to my lights. It got really blue all of a sudden. But let's look at the very last one. This is one I'd never seen before. Charismatic leader. And look at the color of his hair. Why, it's so gold it almost shines. Is that Donald Trump? I don't know. I don't know. But these were some Illuminati cards that I had never seen before. And I just thought I'd throw that up there. I've seen a lot of videos about people making videos about these cards, but I never saw the Trump and the Hillary card and some of these others. So there it is. Do what you want with it, but it's kind of creepy, kind of scary, because this group is trying to take over the world for Satan and the Satanic New World Order. And it seems like these are the tarot cards of the New World Order. And everything we're seeing take place in the world today is all coming to pass just like it's in these cards. Coincidence? I don't know. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.